Mm-hmm. Hey everybody! Yes, many years ago I took belly dancing lessons with my girlfriend Angie Famoso, and I invested into this sarong filled with beautiful gold coins. I couldn't resist putting this on for our Curry by Curry episode in my kitchenette. We are up here in Prescott, Arizona. What a beautiful winter's day. I am going to ask Alexa to lower the volume a little bit, because if I want any noise in here, it's going to be my sarong. Anyway, enough the belly dancing. I promise that will only happen 10 more times throughout this episode. So, folks, we're in for a treat, a very large treat. This Curry by Curry episode that I have created, that pan got hot, is full of so many different components. I didn't realize that my prep time took a total of probably 3 hours. I know that that sounds intense, but when you're putting on a curry festivity, a party for your Curry family, well, my Curry family, your last name's not Curry, but for my Curry family, I take it to the limit. But what I will promise you is that with proper prep time, with organization, and some flow to your kitchen, be it a small space or a huge, enormous kitchen, it just doesn't matter. You can still cook for your entire family. To get started, I am going to season our cantaloupe. And I made this curry blend. I'm sure you all saw that I was raiding my mother's pantry and it said panties. But you guys, I got like a ton of views within the first 24 hours. So if you're looking to boost up not just your morale, but your views on any Facebook posting, use the word panties. Anyhow, I'm just going to lightly dust my cantaloupe. And it's okay to just do one side, because we're going to wrap this in prosciutto, and I don't want it to be over seasoned. In fact, I don't want it to be too gritty. But what we're going to do, make sure that your pan is hot. I did have this going prior to hitting play, and I am looking, look at that, hear the sizzle? Wow! And I am looking to char both sides of the cantaloupe. I don't remember if I roasted cantaloupe or not before. This may be a first. I have done pineapple and I have done peaches. So I figured it was kind of going to be the same idea. And I'm going to let that go for just a bit. And in the meanwhile, we're going to get this glaze up popping. And what I've done is chosen a balsamic vinaigrette, and I'm adding in just a wee bit of brown sugar. I want that sugar to help kind of reduce the balsamic, because it is going to be a glaze over that beautiful grilled cantaloupe. So I'm just going to stir this a wee bit. This is the smallest cast iron skillet I've ever seen in my life. But it's pretty stinking cute, I'd say. And the reason that I got it actually was because it has this little pour spout. So I thought it would be perfect for this balsamic glaze, and it'll just spill over the prosciutto wrapped cantaloupe as soon as we're ready for it. So I'm going to go ahead and let that go. Let's check our cantaloupe here. Where did I put my tongs? Of course, in the sink. Okay, let's just take a check. Look at how gorgeous that is with the curry seasoning on there. That is divine. The reason why I did 5 pieces of cantaloupe is because currently there are 5 members to my curry family up here in Prescott. So someday soon there might be a 6, if you know what I mean. Anyhow, okay, I always have to throw something silly in, don't I? I'm sorry, guys. Back to the important stuff. I'm going to crank this up for the other side to make sure that we get those beautiful grill marks. Look at the bubbling that's going on here with my balsamic reduction. When you see that your reduction is about halfway to where you started, you know that it's going to be a bit more glazy, thick, and so when it drizzles over your dish, it glistens, it's thick, it doesn't just run all over the bottom. It will have some integrity to that thicker kind of sauce that we're looking for. Speaking of sauce, I am going to get started. I'm going to get started on our basting liquid for our shrimp dish. I know this seems like there's a whole lot going on, but I promise you guys, with proper thought, organization, some setup, you are good to go. Utilize all 4 burners. Utilize all 6 if that's what you have. If you have a grill outside, feel free to do the barbecuing prior to. The room temperature cantaloupe will be just fine in this dish. I am going to go ahead and turn off the balsamic glaze. Take a look at this, folks. We have used a little bit of cream of coconut. It is a highly condensed coconut. And I've put in some of that roasted garlic. If you all were with me a couple weeks ago when we did the apple episode, I had roasted garlic that I was going to add in with that spicy sausage to put into the acorn dish. Well, I forgot to put it in, so I'm using it here. I covered it in a real tight container, stuck that puppy in the fridge, and it is good to go even 2 weeks later. I used some red onion that I cut really, really fine. And we're going to add some pineapple juice and some soy sauce. I was going to add a little bit of sugar, but because I opted to put the pineapple juice in there, I'm kind of thinking that I don't need all that extra sugar. So the pineapple will flavor that perfectly. Now this basting sauce, I'm not adding any extra curry powder in there, my homemade version, because I've already seasoned our shrimp skewers with that. And I don't want it to be over curried. However, over curried in any home is always a good time when we're dealing with the Curry twins. So I'm going to go ahead, I just turned this off. I want to, oh, that didn't get quite the sear. That side did. Nope. All right, bust a move. We're starting at a higher heat here. We're just going to keep letting this go, and it's just fine. My goal is to have grill marks. So if I have to do this twice, again, folks, I've chosen recipes I've never done before. So good for us. Moving on. We are going to do curry chicken lettuce wraps. And last night I seasoned chicken thighs with my curry powder that I made, and I simply baked it 350 for like 35-40 minutes. And the chicken thighs are typically thinner than a breast, so they do cook faster. If you use a chicken breast or even just season a whole chicken, just be sure to stick a little thermometer in there. You really want to look for like 165-ish, cooked all the way through. Maybe not burn it. I have to show you guys though, because of course I have to take this one step further. I'm going to show you all how to carve a mango. Yes, I am putting mango in our curried chicken salad dish. I couldn't resist how gorgeous they were in the store. I was actually a little bit surprised. So the mango, when I buy them, I want them to have a little bit of give. I want to be able to feel the flesh move without puncturing the skin. This one is perfectly ripe and is going to be so amazing. The seeds inside a mango are oblong, and so I use a really, really sharp knife and I find the seed and I go all the way around it. Would you look at the juices pouring? Woo! Is that beautiful? I hear sizzle, sizzle, and I'm just gonna be safe here. Yeah, perfect. Okay, back to the mango. I'm gonna find that seed. There she is. And I'm just gonna go all the way around it. Wow, gorgeous. Now there still is a little bit of meat here that you could use. I'm, for right now, not even gonna worry about it. What I'm doing here is I'm gonna do a little checkerboard pattern all the way through to the skin, trying not to cut through the skin. Boy, this is just exactly how I love my mango. Watch this. Flip this puppy inside out. Take your knife and you can cut right into your bowl. If that's not the easiest way to have a safe way to deal with your mango so that you can enjoy them more, you can make a mango chutney, make a mango smoothie. Use mango in your life. They're delicious, they're juicy, they're not overly sweet, which I appreciate. And once again, every time, guys, but look at that, just fold her inside out and just cut away. There we go. Absolutely gorgeous. So that is how to deal with your mango at a very easy level. What I'm going to do is take a little bit of this, it's a curry aioli, which is basically like a seasoned mayonnaise. And I used a little bit of water to thin it out because I want it more of a dressing type. You could use lime juice or lemon juice, which would be great because when I cut up these apples, I had to kind of do it last minute in order for them to not be brown. But you can also use a little bit of milk if I didn't say that. But I want this to have more of a dressing to it than a mayonnaise thickness to it. So I'm just going to add all of this in. Let me just wash my hands real quick. And we're going to stir this up. So there are grapes. I put raisins, clearly the mango, the chicken, celery, onion. I cannot describe to you how amazing this dish smells. I'm telling you, one of these days I'm going to actually write down the recipe on how I used more of like the whole seeds for making this curry powder. It is one of the best tasting I've ever had in my life. So I'm going to set this aside for just a moment because I really want to deal with our cantaloupe. And I'm just going to grab a plate here because we're going to take these off the heat. Still didn't do exactly what I wanted, but it is time to move on. Oh, look, that one's gorgeous. Oh, yes. Beautiful. Okay, so you just take your time with it. Do what you got to do. It all's going to end up amazing in the end anyhow. I want to show you, you know what, this needs more garnish. I can't resist. I have this beautiful lemon with these gorgeous leaves. And just glancing over real quick, I thought that it would be really beautiful to put these little cantaloupe wedges on. Isn't that gorgeous? I almost feel like Ina Garden. Do y'all ever watch her? And she goes outside and she picks stuff from her yard and she presents these amazing platters. That's exactly where I just went. Okay, so I want to show you all how I wrap these amazing little delicate pieces of fruit. This is prosciutto. Prosciutto is a salt-cured ham. It is not smoked like bacon, which is its brother or sister. And it's delicate. It's really smooth on your tongue. And it's the perfect combination, I believe, with any piece of fruit. And so I'm just going to take this and wrap this up oh so politely, making sure to get every single little crevice. And I'm going to put that right on my leaf. One of the things that I love to do, especially when I'm having company, is create dishes that I can cook prior to them arriving. Any of these dishes that I have here would be just fine at more of a room temperature. They don't have to be piping hot. And you'll see what I mean. Boy, that's a big one. You'll see what I mean when I explain to you how I do my, my shrimp dish. So here's just a few of those. And yes, I will continue to make more of these later. I'm going to wash my hands here. And just in case this is hot, I'm not sure, you know, my favorite side gig. My little up glove. Oh yes. Okay, this is the balsamic reduction that I did with that, that brown sugar. Look how gorgeous that is. Oh my goodness. And I took some of the leftover prosciutto as I was separating it. I took the smaller pieces and I just wrapped it around my finger, pressed it down a little bit, and I came up with these little prosciutto flowerets. Totally cute for a little side. Who wouldn't want to just pop one of those in your mouth? Super, super adorable. Speaking of, I'm going to get my pan heated back up. I'm not even going to wash this out. I know there was cantaloupe in it. It's still kind of hot. I am going to add a little bit of olive oil for our shrimp, but I feel like fruit and fruit, because there's pineapple on there, it's going to be just fine. Always thinking how to save time in my life. So, quick little drizzle of my olive oil. You still like all this? So cute. So I want to show you all, I pre-made and seasoned my skewers with red onion, pineapple, and shrimp. If you were hosting like a little cocktail party and wanted to do little individual, look how adorable this can be. You just stick that right in there. Each little tiny skewer, you just put right onto your skillet, flip it, just like you would the large ones, lay these out on the counter, and you've got little baby bites of really an amazing appetizer. You don't even have to season these with curry. You could do salt, pepper, garlic, and just keep them, you know, really whole in their own flavors. And again, you can grill these outside. It doesn't have to be inside on this cute little thing. So we're going to get these on. Look at, it's already searing. So, boom. And again, I already seasoned these skewers with my curry. And so now that they're on here, I'm going to take that amazing soy, cream of coconut, pineapple juice, salt, pepper, and the shallots and garlic, and I'm just going to baste this on here. It's going to be super delicate. I don't want it to overpower anything, because what I'm really looking for is the curry flavor, and this little sweet joy is just going to keep things moist. Add a little bit of season without overpowering. So there we go. Well, I'm going to wait for that to get all brown on one side. While we're doing that, I have already picked out the insides of romaine lettuce. And so I want to show you all how I deck this dish out. I just take these little cups. You can use Boston or butter lettuce. You could use iceberg if you like. I chose romaine because I wanted it to have a boat-like shape as to hold this beautiful salad inside. Again, I just look at that gorgeous orange mango, that beautiful chicken that's showing through with those gorgeous orange spices. I don't know how much the camera can actually see here, but these are gorgeous. Wowzer. In my other little skillet, I have some toasted nuts that I did. It's just a dry pan. Well, could you barely call this a pan? It's the size of my hand. It's so cute. Anyhow, I did just enough just to garnish the top of this. If you had any more nuts, if you were doing like a whole like kind of nut tray thing, you would want a bigger skillet. But always do it dry. Don't add any oil in there. Just let them toast up. They're beautiful. And then you just sprinkle right over the top. Isn't that gorgeous with those beautiful grapes, those golden raisins that I have in there? Oh, amazing. I'm so happy with this. So I'm just going to set this off to the side here. Again, I'll complete the other pieces of lettuce as soon as the rest of my family comes down. And see, shrimp cooks up so fast, and I haven't cooked shrimp yet in my little cast iron skillet here. Wow, that looks pretty good. And I'm just going to turn this guy, and we're going to baste the other side of this so that it has even flavors all the way through, and this will give the shrimp enough time to finish cooking. So let me grab this. Man, that soy sauce I think is going to be the hidden ingredient, the secret that everyone's going to say, wow, what is in there? I can smell it, and the combination with that sweet coconut is to die for. I can't wait to dig into this. Okay, so there's that. So let's get set up for what I am calling the Curry Dream. The Curry Dream is a cocktail that I couldn't go this episode without a drink. But I wanted to utilize the curry spice blend that I made, and so I've opted to have that as a garnish, which I think with every sip it's just going to give that essence, that warmth of the curry. So we're going to, and yes, this is going to be martini style again. I just think that chilled cocktails, especially something special, is so much better out of a martini glass. I do love my craft beers, but this is just perfect. So in the tin goes some ice. This is some of the rest of the cream of coconut that I thought, why not use this? I was going to use a coconut milk, but this is just as fabulous. And this is a gin-based drink. I chose gin because gin stems from the, there we go again with the lids. Just can't keep them in my hand. But at least this one stayed off the floor. Anyhow, that was my last episode. But I chose gin because of the juniper base of where gin stems from. And that warmth, the fact that there's already spice, I thought that it would just be absolutely dynamite with this. I want to add lemon juice, which if you all remember, I'm going to turn this down a little bit. If you all remember, I had some juicing issues, but we're going to try this again. I'm not afraid. But I do want the juice of a lemon, and much better, huh? And I might do, I'm going to cut this guy just to fit in my It'll juice it a little bit better. Well, that looks fair. Excellent. Happy with that. Once again, I like all of my cocktails chilled to the bone. So I am going to add in more of this. Well, you know, while I'm at it, I don't know, I wanted it to be up to the ice. Now it is. Okay. I'm not using my measuring eyes today for some reason. So, anyhow, we're going to shake this up. Oh! Yeah, I got it down where I can. I know. Oh, for the love. And what I did this time that I didn't do last time was put my little martini glasses in the freezer. So they are super duper cold. Let's take a look at these real quick. Oh my. Oh, it smells so good. Y'all have no idea what these tropical fruits and the curry does to the aromatics in your home. It is amazing. I can't wait to have my family over for this beautiful dish. Okay, so I have all my burners off. We're good and safe. And I think I'm going to garnish with a little bit of basil. I think that's going to be really great. I wanted to do a Thai basil, maybe even like bay, like raw, not the dried, but like a raw bay leaf. This was handy for me. So we're going to see how that pans out. But look at that. Just beautiful, luscious, gorgeous martini right there. Of course, for me and Christy. And I'm going to plop in these gorgeous bay leaves, a little bit of garnish. And I can't resist garnishing with my amazing curry powder. Would you look at that? Oh boy, I still have a little extra. Why don't I just garnish the rest of all of this beautiful food? Oh my, oh my. So we're going to call this done. And I want to show you all this beautiful curried rice. Look at the vibrant color on that. I used brown rice actually because I really wanted there to be a nutty, wholesome flavor on top of kind of the more sweet route that I went with the curried shrimp. And so let me wash the powder off my hands here. And we're going to place these beautiful shrimp skewers right on top of this gorgeous rice. Oh gosh. This is what makes me happy. Look at that. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, if you could all join me this evening, this is something that I would love to serve to you all. The only thing, in my opinion, that it's missing is a little bit of green. I took some parsley out of the garden, and it's so gorgeous. And I think that just tucked off to the side, I couldn't be more proud of this dish. And I cannot wait to dig in to this. Wow, wow. So in conclusion, folks, as much time as sometimes we think we don't have, creating time for amazing dishes is, well, it's important to me, and I hope that it's important to you. And if it hasn't been, I hope it becomes more important to you. This is such a great way to get people together, to share different recipes, and have some unique items, like the mango. I am so happy as always to share my dishes. This is my 3rd episode now. Oh, see, every time I always have to put things out or else I forget. Last summer, my sister and I shredded a coconut, a whole coconut, and that's going to be in its own tropical recipe episode itself because that takes instruction. But I had frozen some and I pulled it out and toasted it. Look at this. Curry coconut shrimp with curried rice. Oh my. That is some of the best coconut. I don't even know if I would ever buy the bag stuff again, no offense. But this is like the for real thing. Anyhow, I'm so glad that I remembered to include that. Otherwise, I would have had to go live twice today. I try to avoid that. So, anyhow, but I hope that this can bring your family closer. I hope that even if you're just flying solo, you can reduce these recipes. As you see, you can make a smaller chicken salad batch. Just have a couple of them. Grill just a couple pieces of cantaloupe. It doesn't have to be the whole thing. But I want you to know that even in a small space, you can provide for your whole family. So I can't resist this any longer. I don't know if it's going to be good. I hope it is. It smells good. Well, if that's not different. Wow, coconut, lemon juice, and gin. Christy, you just have to try this real quick. You have to. I mean, it is so unique. It's something that I would visualize sitting at a beach bar, actually. But just that spicy curry note right on top. Maybe this is more Thailand. I don't know. I have to figure this one out, but it is delicious. So in capturing all of these memories that I continue to share with my sister, who is my professional videotaper, and my family, who are my professional eaters, I am so happy that we found time again today to have a Curry by Curry episode. So from my view to yours, enjoy your afternoon.